Is it me or does this episode remind you of something?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Will, and welcome back to another spoiler review. Today I'm taking a look at episode 6 of The Mandalorian, entitled Guns for Hire, which again, a title that has two different meanings in the episode. This is a spoiler review for this episode, for the latest episode of The Mandalorian, so if you haven't watched the episode yet, please make sure that you pause this video, go watch it. It's going to divide people. It really is. I didn't have issues with it. It was actually a fun detour. Kind of. It was weird. It's a weird episode. This is going to be talking about the spoilers in the episode, so if you haven't watched it, go watch it. Come back and hear my thoughts afterwards. And if this happens to be your first time checking out one of my videos, hi, my name's Will, and I do geeky stuff on the internet. I do reviews and reactions, whole slew of stuff of the geeky culture and zeitgeist of the world that we live in, and I like to talk about it on this channel. I'm just a big old nerd, as you can see all around me. So if that's your bag and you like to hear from a geeky bear like myself, subscribe to the channel. It would really help me out. I would appreciate it, and it would just help this channel continue to just be more and more than just my little hobby, which is my hobby. But let's talk about the latest episode of The Mandalorian. It's a little weird. Hang on. So this episode, entitled Guns for Hire, sees Bo-Katan and Mando journey to the planet Palaxia? Palaxia, it starts with a P. It starts with a P. It starts with a P. Give me a second.
A few moments later.
Plazir. There we go. Sees Bo-Katan and Din Djarin taking a little road trip to the planet Plazir. I think I said that right, to go talk to her old crew of Mandalorians that she ran with at the beginning of Season 2 and all the way to the end of Season 2. This is off the backs of the Armorer and Bo-Katan coming up with this new mission for her to go around the galaxy, reuniting the other Mandalorians that are scattered across the galaxy. I just said that twice. So this is her first stop, but they are currently mercenaries for hire. We see at the beginning of the episode, they're wrapping up a job where they're basically reuniting son to his family, even though the son doesn't want to go with it. It's a little grayish area, but they're just doing their job, trying to get some credits. But they are currently stationed on planet Plazir, and that's where Din and Mando go. And this planet's very different. It's not really a planet on the known galaxy, and it's not really even part of the New Republic, so they're kind of independent. And it gets a little weird once they get there. Weird not in a terribly bad sense, but just a complete shift in where I thought this episode was going. So they have to meet with the lord and lady of the planet. I don't remember their names, but you definitely know their faces. They are played by Jack Black and Lizzo, which is a fun cameo. And the cameo was spoiled for me, unfortunately, because Twitter. And I saw a lot of mixed reviews on their cameo in the episode. It is noticeable in terms of what the cameo is. I'm just going to talk about all the cameos in the episode because we get a few cameos besides just Lizzo and Jack Black. Mercedes Renato, aka the former Sasha Banks from WWE, and currently Mercedes Moné in New Japan and a couple other different independent promotions. She returns as Kona Reeves, and we also get the leader, I think his name's Axe Wolves? Axe Wolves. That's, you know, that's a name he made up himself. When they were handing out names, what do you want to be? Axe Wolves? Sure, why not? It's better than an Imperial making up the name of Solo. Anyway. What is happening right now? Because that's who they're going to try to meet, but they have to do this detour for the Lord and Lady, Black and Lizzo. And there's also a cameo from Christopher Lloyd, which was probably the most shocking cameo in this episode, because he plays the security guard who's helping them quote unquote investigate the malfunctioning droids in the city that they recommissioned from old Imperial and from old pre-Empire battle droids and things like that. And they're starting to go haywire here and there. So this episode literally becomes an episode of Law and Order. Because you have Bo-Katan and Din Djarin basically investigating the malfunctions and interviewing people. And they even go to a droid bar, which kind of brings up a weird thing. I knew Mando didn't have a thing for droids. Obviously, we knew that since episode 1. But he kind of softened up with certain droids as the series is going on. But this episode really kind of highlighted, I think he's a little bit prejudiced against droids. It's not a hate, it is much more than a hatred, because he was a dick. Like going into a bar full of droids who had nothing to do with this problem and basically profiling all of them. It hit a little close to some very important issues, but it's nice to see Bo-Katan was the voice of reason in a lot of this, and really kind of called him out as like, listen, you are not helping this situation. You need to calm down. I like how the latter half of this series has really kind of pushed Bo-Katan into the spotlight a little bit more, and given her time and given her character time to really kind of spread their wings and really become a very integral part about the series at this point in time. Because remember, we've already kind of leveled out on Mando and Grogu's story, where they're kind of just along for the ride, still playing important parts, but it really is putting Bo-Katan more into the limelight, and I like that. I know it might not be everybody's cup of tea. I really like Katie Sackhoff in this episode, and as Bo-Katan, like, she's killed it the entire series, and I really do enjoy her flourishing relationship with Grogu. It is adorable. She is now the stepmom. And Mando's dad, and they've got this lovely little nuclear family, and it's just super sweet. I really like that part. So the episode like goes on, and it's actually kind of an intriguing little mystery and stuff like that. And then it comes to find out that Christopher Lloyd's character was the one behind everything, and it's very quick. It's quick to the point where it's resolved, but it does take up about 2/3 of the episode. So I can see some people that think Star Wars is too goofy might really not like this episode, especially with the cameos. But it's a razor edge line that you have to cross when it comes to having a big name cameo inside of a franchise like this, where even if it, especially for like a one and done sort of thing, like with Christopher Lloyd and with Lizzo and with Jack Black, they all did their roles totally fine. I'm surprised Christopher Lloyd's still going. I don't want to jinx anything, but wow. Well, like Lizzo and Jack Black, their characters were fun, and I enjoyed it, honestly. It just was very surprising at first, because I was like, this episode just went completely in a different direction than what I thought it was going to be, especially after last week's little stinger. It just kind of jumped to this little side quest, which is fine. But they eventually get back to it once they say their goodbyes to the Lord and Lady, and they finally get permission to go speak with the Mandalorians that are currently stationed, because they're like hired guns for them as protection. But it was a little bit quid pro quo with them trying to get them to help with the situation with the malfunctioning droid, but also it kind of gives them a new ally if they actually come back. I don't know, but they eventually do come face to face with Axe Wolves and the rest of the Mandalorians, and him and Bo-Katan have some word and end up having a little bit of a fight, because, you know, obviously he likes his new role and he doesn't want to give it up, but she needs them to listen. So they go one-on-one. It's a quick scuffle, and Bo-Katan does come out on top. And again, the prevailing elephant in the room between the Mandalorians right now is the Darksaber that's currently in possession of Din Djarin. Axe Wolves points this out very quickly, that nobody will follow her because she doesn't possess the Darksaber, and refuses to go against Mando in order to reclaim it. Now, Mando actually come up with a clever loophole in order to resolve the entire situation. You see, if you remember, in episode 2, when Mando was on Mandalore, when he was on Mandalore and got captured by the weird spider machine doctor eyeball thing, technically the doctor did defeat him in combat, and thus Mando was defeated for the Darksaber. When Bo-Katan went to save him, remember, she used the Darksaber to kill said doctor. They showed it in the preview at the beginning of the episode. Thus, by order of their weird culture, technically, she defeated the person who defeated Mando, so she is technically the rightful owner of the Darksaber. That kind of resolved that entire storyline in less than 30 seconds with a little bit of loopholishness, which is fine, and, you know, just playing within the system. And now she is the rightful holder of the Darksaber. 2 episodes left. We've resolved everyone's character arcs. What else is going to happen in the next 2 episodes? I don't know. We do have to go back and address the whole Moff Gideon wasn't on a dead shuttle, and there was some Beskar. Who did it? Now, here's my theory. Just popped in my head. Since we saw at the beginning of the episode with Axe Wolves, it's hilarious saying his name. With the mercenary job that they did do, they obviously didn't have any qualms about doing it. My theory, at this point now, that whole crew is the ones that sprung Moff Gideon from his transport, but for who is left to be seen. It's the easy way to kind of put the blame on this group here without putting the blame on the entire group, but it is going to come back and bite that group plus this group all at the same time. I think that's where we're going with it. It's probably going to come out in a conversation in the next episode, which will probably lead into our finale. Those are the biggest points of episode 6. It is a weird episode. I will not lie to you there. It's a fun episode, and I like when franchises like Star Wars or even Marvel and DC, I like when they play in other sandboxes, when they mess with other genres. Yes, you are a space opera. Yes, you are a galactic adventure. You can toss in a crime scene investigators for like 20, 30 minutes in the episode and then use the last 15 and get back to your main story. That's fine. This season has really kind of been about weird little Johnson side mission. If you're not ready for a side quest or a detour like this, then I can understand it being very jarring. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought the cameos were fun. Weird, but fun. I did like the Queen, Lizzo, and Grogu's interaction. I thought it was cute. And that's all Grogu is now. He's just the cute pet of the series. Let's just be real. It's kind of been that way for like the last season as well. But, you know, that's where we're at. And that's fine. I'm just going to trust the process on this one because it's Star Wars. It's not necessarily made exclusively for people my age. This is meant to be a multi-generational series to enjoy at all ages. So if you want to do a side quest on episode 6, that's fine. Those are just my overall thoughts on said episode. Let me know what you thought in the comments. I understand it is a mixed bag for a lot of people. I didn't like the investigator side of it. I really thought that was fun. The cameos were cool. It was nice to see the story progression with Bo-Katan now in possession rightfully of the Darksaber. No ifs, ands, or buts or arguments about it. And I like that Din was able to kind of pay her back a little bit for her actually not only saving his life, but really kind of taking an opportunity to walk the same path he's been walking to get a better perspective and understanding, especially if your goal is to unite all of these different factions of Mandalorians. It is good to have that sort of experience with different sections of the same society. It's important to become more of a full-fledged human being and a much more capable leader if you have an understanding of where the people that you're trying to lead are coming from. These are things that really could happen and really should be applied in real life. Just saying. Yeah, that's going to do it for this spoiler review for episode 6 of The Mandalorian. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and also let me know anything I might have missed in the episode. That would really help me out. I love having discussions in the comments. Just be nice to each other, and, you know, let's just be kind to everybody. So, thank you so much for checking out this and all my videos. I really do appreciate it. Again, if this happened to be your first time checking out one of my videos, I hope you enjoyed it, and I would hope that you would subscribe to this channel to continue to enjoy all of the lovely content that I put out on this YouTube channel that I've been doing for about 6 years at this point. Oh my God, has it been 6 years? You can follow me at a lot of different social media platforms that are listed at the end of this video. I have literally a ton of videos on the channel currently that you're more than welcome to check out, and other ones that I am working on as we speak. So expect this one to drop sometime this weekend, and expect some trailer reactions as well as a quick review for the Super Mario Brothers movie that I will be going to see tomorrow at the time of recording. So look forward to all that stuff on here. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And as always, until next time, I will catch you later. And may the force be with you all. Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you did like this video, why not give me a thumbs up and share it with your friends? You can subscribe to the channel by clicking on my gorgeous little face right over there. You can follow me on all the various social media platforms right below. And last but certainly not least, if you've got a few extra minutes, why not check out one of the lovely videos floating right over here. Later.